How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Rocky Mountain EDC channel. Today I just have a very quick little overview and impressions video on a new acquisition in my collection, and that is the Gerber ArmBar Drive Slim. Now, I have the Gerber ArmBar Drive, the original one, and I was looking at the Slim component to really understand and see, is it going to be, quote unquote, lighter slash slimmer, but still get the same job and function done as the regular armbar drive. I am going to be making some very brief comparisons to the armbar drive, but stay tuned for an actual versus video comparing the two to kind of really get a full scope of what you might be looking for. But nonetheless, the Gerber ArmBar Drive Slim is going to be on the table for today, just kind of giving you guys some of my raw impressions, and it should be very fairly quick. There isn't too much to this tool itself, but I think for those that are interested in possibly getting this, this video could be helpful for you guys. So right off the bat, the Gerber ArmBar Drive Slim is going to have different colors. This is going to be the orange aluminum kind of show side, right, with the Gerber sword and shield logo there. I believe they have some other types of colors if you're interested. This was just the only one that I was able to get in terms of purchasing for the color sake. And honestly, I kind of like the orange. It looks nice. Nothing too crazy. That is going to scuff up over time. I don't know if that's anodized. It's probably some type of painted coating over that aluminum, so just keep that in mind. First thing right off the bat is going to be the drive tool, right? It's the ArmBar Drive Slim. And I can tell you right off the start here that the Detent Ball on this ArmBar Drive Slim is really good. And if you've seen my Gerber ArmBar Drive video, you'll know that that ArmBar Drive here, the original one, the Detent Ball is very weak. It's almost non-existent in terms of having any type of retention. So that was the first thing I noticed, is just the snappiness. And it's actually in there. Just a little bit of pressure isn't going to make it buckle on you. And again, it's not locking, which is fine, but again, the strong Detent Ball is really important. So that's the first thing I noticed. Obviously, the drive component is going to be centered towards the tool. You're going to have this two-sided bit here. You have a Phillips and a flathead, and obviously I don't know the exact size on this bit, but this is going to be compatible if you have other bits. So if you don't particularly want these two, you can find anything that is compatible, and it is also magnetized, which is really nice. So that drive tool feature, really nice. Really enjoy noticing this snappy Detent Ball. So that is nice to notice. Another thing, it does have this key ring here, attachment here. So if you wanted to put it on your keys, you could. Honestly, this is kind of a heavy, it is lighter than the regular armbar drive, but for me, this is a little bit too big of a tool that I would want in my keychain. If you have different preferences, that's fine with you. If you don't mind something like this, it is, not the heaviest object, but it could be a little cumbersome. It does have that attachment there, which is cool. It does have a almost kind of one-handed opening bottle opener here, or cap lifter, I'm sorry. So you do have that feature, and it also has a Detent Ball on it as well. So this does kind of have some form of snap when it opens out, which is kind of nice. Nothing special there, but it is one-handed opening, which is kind of cool. So you just kind of position your thumb there, and then you can kind of push on the top, right? I don't think you're going to be able to front flip this thing, right? It's not like that, but you do have that there. And then lastly, the blade. Just kind of opening it up, it is very, kind of tight in terms of using this one-handed. A little bit of lubricant or oil within that pivot joint would probably help out. And if you have a specific tool that could, you know, even just some pliers or something, you could loosen this pivot screw here a little bit to make it a little easier to open one-handed. Nonetheless, you can still do it, and it has a nice snappy lockup. And again, you have that just very standard, nothing by any means special partial liner lock in there, keeping that blade locked out. I will say, you know, just in terms of the ArmBar Drive Slim, they couldn't have picked a more utilitarian blade shape. You know, this is going to be that sheep's foot style blade. You know, this is going to be really good just for most of your general cutting tasks. You know, it's not going to have a super crazy tip for piercing, but it's going to have that really good straight. There is, you know, just a moderate bit of, I don't even know if there's real, I wouldn't even say belly, but there is a little bit of curvature here. But for the most part, that tip being centered downwards, right, it's going to be really good for utility cuts, similar to what you might need or want for a utility blade knife. So that is nice. And this came very sharp out of the box. I mean, this is quite adequately sharp out of the box, which is nice. You will notice, right, with Gerber, I mean, this is going to be, you know, much more on the budget end in terms of things. The grind on that edge isn't going to be perfect, so it's going to be kind of uneven. Just keeping that in mind, but it is sharp, and this is going to be some form of, I'm assuming, AUS 8 or HCR13 MOV steel, or even just a proprietary stainless steel. So it's not going to have probably any crazy properties. It's going to be stainless, and it's probably going to be easy to sharpen, just keeping that in mind. But nonetheless, good blade shape. I will say, you know, just kind of holding it, this actually feels really good. And again, I know this isn't a comparison video to the regular ArmBar drive, but just kind of in terms of this tool here, you know, this is a little thicker. It does have a little bit more purchase in the hand, but for some reason, the Slim it just kind of feels better in the hand, and that might be partly due to the fact that I think the Slim here is just a little longer than the regular one. So I think that extra length does play a role into that different feeling of comfort, right? But nonetheless, really cool little tool. Again, you're going to be able to do some driving. You could use the flathead for prying. You're going to be able to open up some bottles, and you're going to have a nice utilitarian cutting edge for that blade as well. So yeah, that's the Gerber ArmBar Drive Slim, just some of my overview and impressions. Not really a full review. I will use this and periodically change it out and kind of use it as a secondary tool item. You could definitely use this as your primary EDC blade / mixture of a tool. So if you didn't really want to carry around a clunky multi-tool and a knife, this would be a kind of alternative option for you. And I think that it does have a purpose, and for some people this is going to be just the right fit for them. But nonetheless, I will be giving this a fair carry and use, so just stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you're not already, make sure to subscribe to the Rocky Mountain EDC channel and give that video a like. So thanks for watching. See you later.